Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So, I think that this is the final part of Mafia 3 today, because it's kill Sal Marcano, so I'm assuming this is the final mission here. I've never beaten this game, so I don't know. I think this is the final part though. But thank you guys for watching this series. Hope that you guys have been enjoying it. If you are, do drop a like. But anyways, let's continue on here.
Not wasting any time, are you?
Your little rampage is going to attract attention. Attention from people I don't care to associate with.
Yeah, imagine not.
Thankfully, closing off your loose ends is as simple as tossing around some super grade. With any luck, this will keep them off my ass. For a little while, anyway. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. There's still the matter of killing Georgie and Sal. You should get a kick out of hearing this.
Georgie, get your ass in here. Your Uncle Tommy's dead. I thought you'd like to know. He was a smart kid, your Uncle Tommy. He could have been anything. I tried to tell him, go to law school. Instead, he went to Cuba.
I'm sorry, Pops. And I know what he meant to you.
I am leveraged out the ass, called in every favor, and none of it made a goddamn difference. We're fucked. I am fucked.
Now that's bullshit. We still got some men. I say that we hit the streets and we find that cocksucker.
Every low-life ball of piss in this city smells blood in the water. My blood. You understand? And they step over their own mother. If it meant being the one that clipped me, I wouldn't last 10 minutes out there.
That's a crock of shit. You are the Sal Marcano. There's gotta be something that we could do.
Come here, boy. Come here. You call up whatever men we still have left. You tell them to meet us up there at the casino. And when Lincoln Clay shows up, we'll do everything we can to put that goddamn nigga in the ground right next to us. Go on now, get the fuck out of here.
Should have known that Marcano would go to ground at the casino.
You can take the bridge up there, so it's a straight shot.
You know, none of this would have happened without you.
It's either this or right away in some goddamn office. And once you've killed those assholes, you come and find me. I'll be hanging around over at the Padres.
You got it.
You give them hell, champ.
Okay, so this part, it's still gonna have the music playing no matter if I turn that down. Okay.
How about sending some new wheels to Del Rey Hollow?
I'll get around to you right.
I'm running low. Can you send some...
And I'll just turn the music back on then.
supplies to Del Rey Hollow?
I'll head your way now.
So a lot of you guys wanted me to go loud on the final part. We'll do that then. Okay. We got the M60 as our primary weapon. We're gonna have our secondary. was wondering why you could never access this part of the map, and that's what it is. This part is the final region.
Where they at? Just want to get this shit over with. Tired of waiting around.
I'm empty. Give me a second. Quickest, get on this other side! Motherfucker turned chicken on.
Shots came from that way.
I'm really curious if there's an execution with the M60.
Can't kill what ain't here.
Stay
Fuck
behind
it.
me. Fucker went over there.
I'll go.
Maybe he's over there.
Fucker packed it in. We done here.
Contact over here. Get him from the other side. There.
I guess not. Okay.
Get behind something. I got this. Got a beat on him.
You let the boys
Killed Georgie.
downstairs handle this. It's what they're getting paid for. I ain't come here to watch someone else do all the work. I came here to bury that cocksucker, just like we said. You be careful, yeah? I ain't the one you need to be worried about.
Dead asshole, 12 o'clock. Need to reload.
Fire it!
Thinks you can hurt or choke the life out of you. He's over here. Heading for cover. Need to reload. Heading for cover.
Lost another one.
He's over here. I'm boxed in. Help me. Shit, I'm shot. Shit, he has me pinned down.
Okay, we need some ammo for the M60. And I think we got it here. Let's get this before we go up.
Open up, bitch. You about to get.
There we go, that's Georgie.
You stupid motherfucker.
I always thought you were my friend. That you had me and Ellis's backs. It was just an act. You didn't kill me because I said no. You killed me because you thought you owned me. Owned all of us.
It was never about us. It was about my old man. My father. I'd do anything for him. Same as you and Sammy.
And you understand why I have to do this.
think you're alone in this world, Linko, but you're not. And you never will be.
Oh, there's no one else up here? This was a penthouse that was being built.
Hell of a sight, ain't it? When I first come to this town, it was nothing more than a backwater shithole. Now look at it.
Let me see your hands.
Whatever was between us is over, you understand? It ended the second it was you coming up them stairs instead of my son. You want a drink?
All right.
I had this imported from Scotland. Single malt. Now, usually I'm a bourbon man, but I figured I'd order something with a little more class for when the casino opened. Not much of a chance of that happening now, is it?
Don't look that way.
Take a seat. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, not bad.
I think I still prefer shine.
You know, a month or so after my brother Lucio died, I started having nightmares. I had this one where I was on a boat. Giant wave come, knocked my ass overboard. I hit that water and sink like a goddamn rock. And there was another one where cottonmouths biting me all to hell. But the one that really got to me was Georgie's funeral. He's laid out in that shitty little casket. Neck cut, same as Lucio's. Yeah, that one really got to me. It'll come around again every 3 or 4 days.
I have one where I'm back in Nam, sleeping in a foxhole. All of a sudden, these dark figures come out of the shadows. I try to fight them off, but they hold me down, tie my hands together, stuff a muddy rag in my mouth so I can't scream, can't warn the men sleeping next to me. And then I gotta listen as all those men die.
I would imagine that's not gonna go away anytime soon.
No. I imagine it won't.
And then this. This was all to try to keep mine from coming true. Look how that turned out. I buried a lot of people. More than I can count. The one I never wanted to see go down in that cold ground was my son.
And yet here we are.
Yes. Here we are. My son is dead. And I'm having a drink with his killer. I'm not gonna apologize for what I did, you understand? If I did, I'd just be lying. I don't have it in me to feel shame for the things I've done to others. Never have.
Didn't come here for an apology.
Nah. I know you didn't. Goddamn, I was right about you, wasn't I? I knew it the second I fucking saw you at the country club. Men like us, we're just wired up wrong. Only one thing we know. One thing we're good at. I'm gonna be waiting for you, Lincoln Clay. This won't be the last time we see each other.
You know what that means, right?
I know.
That means that I'll see you in hell. That's what that means, basically.
What are you waiting for? Fucking do it. Finish this, you fucking coward. You just gonna fucking stand there? Fuck it. Fuck you!
Yeah, I knew he was gonna kill himself. I knew that. That was, you guys told me in the comments that, there's like 5 different ways to kill him at different angles that you go up behind him, but you can also do nothing. And if you do nothing, he automatically dies too, and that's what I was figuring, is that he was gonna do that. But that was it. It was the satisfaction of him actually killing himself. I thought that was actually his best death. I wonder if you get to take over this place as a penthouse after you beat the game.
I take it you're Lincoln Clay.
So they tell me.
I told Sal this fucking casino would be the end of him. I meant it figuratively. This shit has a way of turning on you, doesn't it?
Especially if you piss off the wrong person.
You know who I am, son?
Guessing you're Leo Galante.
Let's take a little walk, you and me.
He told Vito to buy an old man a couple more years, and he's still alive 15 years later.
The rest of the commission wants you dead. You and anybody else that had anything to do with this.
What happened here was between me and Marcano.
I understand that, son. We all do. But this business makes you paranoid, irrational. They see Sal eating a pile of shit. They start wondering if someone's gonna serve them a plate of their own.
So you're here to decide if you're coming after me?
No. I'm here to deliver a message. You made your point, son. This all ends right here. Right now.
I got no quarrel with y'all.
Once a month, Sal kicked up 20% of his net. Cash only. Same man's been delivering it for, I don't know, 40 years or so. I see no need in deviating from that, you?
No, sir.
In exchange, you run things as you see fit. Want to sell heroin? Want a whorehouse on every other corner? Makes no fucking difference to me. The only thing that matters is 20%.
And what if I decide to walk away? Leave all this behind?
Then this will be the last time we see each other. Best of luck to you, son.
This guy here, it's obvious that's Joe. Yeah, that's obvious that's Joe. It looks very similar to him. And they wouldn't zoom in on Leo's driver like that and would give him a different, jacket and model versus the other characters if he wasn't important. Talk to Donovan and, Okay. Let's go there then.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Him and Georgie both.
It's the best news I've heard in ages. Can we get an amen, Padre?
So what happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? It's over. Done. Finished.
I ain't talking to you. Just cause Sal Marcano's dead, Lincoln, doesn't mean it's over. Now, what you did and the size of it all, you created a storm in this here city, and it's gonna take a long time for it to dissipate, if it ever does.
With Marcano dead, New Bordeaux belongs to me. Ain't nobody left to stand in my way.
You can't be serious. The point of this wasn't to replace Marcano, it was to remove him. This city's done gone through enough. It doesn't need another Sal Marcano.
This city? You've got to be fucking kidding me. This city is a cesspool. It's where people come to fuck and drink and get high.
You watch your filthy mouth.
That's what the city is, Padre. If it's not giving another Sal Marcano, it's gonna shit one out.
He's right. If it ain't gonna be me, it's gonna be somebody else. Probably somebody worse.
Amen.
Thank you. You remember what you told me when you came back from the war? How you wanted to go to California, leave all this behind, and just start all over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it ain't too late, Lincoln. You can still go. Go. And don't look back.
Listen, I'd love to stay here and debate the merits of one crime boss over another, but I've got a schedule to keep. Bit of advice, though. The scumbags you've been working with, kill them. All of them. Bury them before they bury you, buddy. I'll be seeing you, Padre.
That's where the holy water is, and he just threw a cigarette in there.
God forgive me for standing by you through all this, Lincoln. But if you do anything except leave, we're finished. You hear?
Pop.
A man's soul can only carry so much. And mine is on the verge of breaking.
Take the throne or leave town. This one. Take the throne or leave town. Leave New Bordeaux or... I have to think about this one. I decided to take the throne because I want to be able to play after the ending, and also I figured that Lincoln is really the only one that can keep them together, the three of them, and if he leaves, they basically might just start fighting each other, and it might get worse. So as bad as Lincoln is, he's a lot less worse than Marcano, and so I think that if anyone's going to be the Mafia boss, it should be him.
Sal and Georgie are gone. And after all the shit we've been through, we run this city.
So we finally gonna get our chance to make things right in this town. Bring a balance to things. Wasn't certain we'd ever actually get here.
Now, that's the kind of news you never get tired of hearing.
After all the bullshit, it's almost impossible for me to wrap my brain around the fact that we actually did it. You're a fucking saint, Lincoln. And I'm honored to know you.
Rule together or rule alone? Rule together.
We're not here because of what I did, or because of what any of y'all did. We're here because we stood together. And as long as we stay strong, ain't no one ever gonna fuck with us.
After he killed Sal Marcano, Lincoln Clay took over. But he wasn't content just to run the city. He expanded out across the South into Florida and even the Carolinas. There's so much money coming in, and he's been smart with it. He spreads it around, makes sure the right people get paid and stay paid. The city's favorite son, Yeah. Rebuilding the Hollow, buying up Frisco Field, reopening the theme park, all that money and goodwill. He thinks it's made him untouchable, but no one is untouchable. He might have plastered his name across a few schools and hospitals, made donations to a charity here and there, but nothing absolves him of his crimes. That's why I agreed to do this documentary. I want to shine a light on the real Lincoln Clay.
Lincoln gave in to everything. Drugs, booze, prostitutes, you name it. If he made $1, he was involved. Seeing him on the news, strutting around. Sometimes I think he should have died over at Sammy's with all the rest of them. There'd be kind of a peace in that. Turn it off. Ain't nothing else to say about any of this.
Hold my hand, ooh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my
So this game, I enjoyed playing this game, had a lot of fun with it. This is the only Mafia game I never played, by the way. So I beat all of them. I just didn't beat Mafia 3. That was the only one I never, fully finished. But I don't know why some people hated this game. Like, some people said that, Mafia 3 sucked. I didn't think this game sucked in any way. It's pretty good. Graphics were good, gameplay was good, and Mafia 3 had the best stealth system in the game. It had an even better stealth system than the old country. So it was, I just love this playing stealth playthroughs, and so Mafia 3, I enjoyed the stealth. I enjoyed, taking over all the different businesses, each district one by one. It kind of reminded me of Saints Row in a way, too. But, you guys told me that there's something after the credits, so I'll watch it at the end, too. I'm also gonna get so many copyright claims in this playthrough, but it's fine. Also, I know I pissed off the priest, but what I'll say about that is, it's like I said, is that if Lincoln left, nothing was gonna still change. It was gonna be Vito, Cassandra, and Burke ruling, and they probably would just kill each other. That's probably what would happen. Lincoln is the only one that could hold them together. It would have been worse, and killing all three of them would have been bad too. Doing that, rule alone, no. That would have been bad too, because that would have been, he would have been just like Sal Marcano at that point, so no.
Let me ask you
something. Senator! Where were you when John Fitzgerald Kennedy was assassinated?
I don't remember. At home, I believe. I don't remember. At home, I believe.
Let me tell you where I was. A muddy hut in Vietnam. Slowly dismembering an old woman, cutting her apart bit by bit. And do you know why? Because her son was an NVA officer. And hurting her was the only way to make him talk.
I don't understand what this has to do
What he
with
told us saved the lives of an entire platoon. That's 42 men. Men that lived another day because I was willing to take a saw to that old woman.
Thank you, Mr. Donovan. I believe that.
Sit down and shut the fuck up! I did a lot of terrible shit over there. In the name of this country. Shit that will haunt me for the rest of my life. But I did it because I believed in the fight. I believed what this nation stood for. So, to be sitting there ass deep in mud with that old woman scattered all around me, and hearing that the President of the United States had just been fucking murdered, well, I knew right then and there that I couldn't let that stand. That I would find a way to make it right no matter how long it took.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Sal Marcano and a group of conspirators murdered Jack Kennedy.
Oh, that is the most
Oh.
absurd thing I have ever heard.
I assumed you would say that. Don't fucking move!
You're out of your mind.
Oh, I don't hold anyone's ambitions against them, Senator. And you certainly were ambitious, weren't you? You went to law school, and then you became a district attorney, and then United States Senate. After Sal Marcano died, I went through his files. Imagine my surprise when I saw your name over and over and over and over again. The mob wanted Jack Kennedy dead, and you were more than willing to help.
There are cameras everywhere. There's witnesses.
No, I want
You'll
them
never
to
get
see
away
this,
with
you
this.
stupid asshole, because then they will know that I am not finishing with you. I am starting with you. Oh! Oh! And they're next. Gentlemen. God!
So that's why he was helping Lincoln the entire time. So I figured. So about this, I know the history a bit about this. Sal Marcano is based on this guy called Carlos Marcello, and Marcello was the mafia boss that ran New Orleans. He was New Orleans' most powerful mafia boss at this time. And what happened was when JFK became president, his brother, Robert Bobby Kennedy, became the federal attorney general. Now, what happened is that there's these stories that Joseph Kennedy, who was JFK's father, had met with Sam Giancana, who was the boss of the Chicago outfit. That was Al Capone's former mafia. So he met with the Chicago mafia and told them, if you get the unions and the workers to vote for my, son, if you help my son win, we will lay off the mafia when, my son is president. And the unions that the mafia ran went out and supported JFK for president. They did. They overwhelmingly supported. They got, thousands of workers to get JFK, to vote for JFK. Now, we don't know if that swung the result, how much, but the mafias did get the unions to vote overwhelmingly for JFK, which definitely helped them. Now, when JFK became president, Bobby Kennedy, the attorney general, went after the mafia, and he went after Marcello. And what he did to Marcello was he had dumped him in Guatemala. Now, Marcello was an illegal immigrant in America, and they just dumped him in the middle of Guatemala. He wasn't from Guatemala, he was from Tunisia, grew up with Sicilian parents there, but they dumped him in Guatemala. He came back a few months later with false papers, and he was pissed. And there's conspiracies that he, along with the Chicago outfit, worked together with the CIA to kill JFK. And he bragged, and in 1981, he was arrested for, I think, tax evasion, and in prison, he actually bragged about killing JFK, and that's who Marcano is based on, and he claims that he got a nut to kill JFK, which they believe that that nut is possibly Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, about this is, why would the CIA want JFK dead? It's believed because JFK vetoed Operation Northwoods. Operation Northwoods was a CIA covert operation. The whole idea of it was that the CIA would create a false flag attack, like shooting down an American plane, some kind of bomb attack, and they would blame it on Cuba, and they would say Cuba did this, and use that as an excuse in order to invade Cuba, which Cuba was a Soviet puppet state at the time, you know, under Castro. But what happened was when Kennedy saw that operation, he said no, and told the CIA absolutely not, and threw this operation out, and that pissed off the CIA really badly, and they felt like they couldn't control him. Now, why would the CIA use the Mafia to kill JFK? Now, why would the CIA use the Mafia to kill Kennedy? Because the Mafia is their means to the end. Because if the Mafia kills Kennedy, and they get caught along that, the CIA can just blame everything on the Mafia, and they say, oh, it was all the Mafia, we had nothing to do with it, and they could just deny any involvement. So, and that's something the CIA would do, is that they definitely could do something like that. Now, whether this is true or not, that's up to you, the viewers, to decide. I'm just explaining the conspiracies to you guys. But about Donovan's a strong patriot, and that's basically why he did what he did, because that senator was involved in that conspiracy with the Mafia to kill JFK. That's at least the story they set up. But that's who Sal Marcano was based on, and hope that explained things a bit there. So there we go. Yeah, cool. I can explore after the ending. The only Mafia game where you can explore after the ending. The only one. Well, I guess the Jimmy DLCs kind of count, but I guess those aren't canon. But the only Mafia, game where you can explore after the ending. Let me also here react to a few things here, because you guys did want me to react to the other endings, and we're gonna check this out right here, react to them right now. Hey guys, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna react to all the Underboss's deaths, because I can't show these scenes because I've beaten the game, and we're also gonna react to the other endings. Apparently there's 4 other endings. I've never seen these, so I don't know, what's in these, and we're gonna be reacting to my friend Mafia Game Videos channel on this, and I will link his channel down below. He uploaded a video on this as well as all the endings. He's a great channel, does Mafia content, and plays a lot of different crime games. But let's react to this. First, we're going to react to the Underboss's deaths, and this is basically what happens when the Underbosses betray you. So when the when you don't give them enough territory, they go against you, and then you have to go and kill them. But let's react to this. First one, kill Cassandra. So she didn't actually lie about her daughter. She was telling the truth. That was the thing in the story where they were saying, is she actually lying or making it up?
Breaking news in New Bordeaux. New Bordeaux police are still attempting to piece together the identity of the colored New Bordeaux woman known only as Cassandra. Using fingerprint identification, New Bordeaux Police Department has discovered arrest records for a Ms. Bethina Lawrence, as well as a Mrs. Rutina Lawford for vice-related crimes in Texas and Mississippi. Police have yet to release a cause of death for the victim, but will provide updates as they become available.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn it all to hell.
This is Burke.
You're a hell of a shot. I'll grant you that.
You didn't have to be this way, Burke. I know who I am, lad. What I am. You look in the mirror, wanting to see the man you should be. Hoping that if you catch a glimpse of him, it'll help you turn things around. Wishing on something don't make it so. No matter how hard you try, it's always the same worthless piece of shit gazing back at you. Oh.
What do you want me to say to Nikki?
Oh. The truth. Not that it'll come as any goddamn surprise to her. She'll be all alone now. You know what that means. Maybe better than anyone else. Just be a good lad. Keep an eye on her, all right? Keep her safe. She deserves that much.
You have my word, Burke.
Just gonna sit here a moment.
Burke's death is, I think Burke's death is much more sad than Cassandra, because, Nikki thinks that her father hates her, but Burke actually deeply cared about her, and that's the only thing he cared about, when he was dying in the end. And in the end, Nikki actually hates him with you see the documentary where she blames him for Danny's death in the future. That's what's just so sad about this.
Breaking news in New Bordeaux. The police have verified that the recently discovered body in Point Verdun was that of Thomas Burke, a fixture in the Irish community. Authorities have not yet released the cause of death, but sources say the medical examiner will be ruling it foul play. Burke was the owner and proprietor of Burke's Iron and Metal. According to police records, he was also the suspect in numerous activities involving Irish organized crime. We'll provide updates on this story as soon as they become available.
Don't make this
Here we
harder
got
than it
Vito.
needs to be, Vito.
Damn thing's empty anyway. I'd always thought you'd be different from those other cocksuckers. That fat Derek Papalato, Alberto Clemente, Leo Galante, but no. Always somebody waiting to fuck me.
Nobody forced you to get greedy. You could have sat back, been content, watched the money roll in. But nah, that wasn't enough for you.
Fuck you. I gave up everything for this life. Everything. Look where I ended up. I deserve better. Fuck you.
You know, the thing about this is Vito actually, I don't know if I'm looking into this too much, Vito actually dies the exact same way as Falcone. I don't know if that's, like, symbolism there, but that's, you know, Falcone's getting shut up, and all he basically does is he says F you in the end, and then it just zooms in on his face when he's dead. Also, Vito hates Leo Galante, but he doesn't know that Leo Galante kept Joe safe. And I think the reason that Leo told Vito that Joe was dead is so that he wouldn't contact him, because whenever Joe and Vito were together, there were just always problems. So I think that's the reason why. But Leo did keep his word to him in the end, just Vito didn't know that.
Breaking news in New Bordeaux. The police have confirmed that the body recently found in River Row is that of Vito Scaletta. The authorities have not revealed the cause of death for Scaletta, an ex-felon turned restaurateur, but sources report that the medical examiners will declare it foul play. We'll provide updates on this story as soon as they become available.
Okay, so this is all the endings. There's 4 other endings. I showed you guys the Rule Together ending, so we're gonna take a look at the other endings here. Let's see, Rule Alone. Let's see what that's like.
Sal and Georgie are gone. And after all the shit we've been through, we run this city.
After all the bullshit, it's almost impossible for me to wrap my brain around the fact that we actually did it. You're a fucking saint, Lincoln. And I'm honored to know you.
Now, that's the kind of news you never get tired of hearing.
It ain't personal.
Whoa. That's the... So that's what happens when you rule alone, you just kill them all.
What in the fuck?
You want to know what happened to Lincoln? After he killed those people he worked with, I realized that he was no different from Sal Marcano. So I put a bomb under his car. The things he did, that what he turned into. I couldn't. I did some things in my life. Things that I regret. But killing Lincoln Clay isn't one of them. He carved his path out all on his own.
After everything he did, all the people he killed? No. The car bomb was too quick, too clean. Sometimes I wonder, that priest, Father James Ballard, he identified the body. Some nights when I'm down here, going over it all again, I swear I hear footsteps upstairs. It sounds like combat boots. No, I know it's just this old house creaking and moaning. Well, when it happens, I can't help but wonder if it's Lincoln Clay coming to take what's left of my life.
So about that is, Lincoln kind of deserved that. He basically was no different than Sal Marcano. He was exactly Sal Marcano by doing that, betraying his, underbosses who were loyal to him. But if you're wondering how the priest, managed to rig the car bomb to Lincoln's car, it's because the priest was in World War II. He's killed a lot of people in World War II, so it wouldn't be that difficult for him to figure out how to make a car bomb. This is the, Vito rules. Also, this is the ending that you guys... This is the ending I would have gotten if I would have left town, because Because apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, the underboss that makes the most money is the one who takes over if you leave town. But I honestly, the reason I didn't leave town is because I think it was disaster. If you leave town, I think that the bosses will just kill each other. That's at least what I think would happen, because only Link can keep them together. But let's see.
After Lincoln vanished, Vito Scaletta took over the city. Now he spit on Sal Marcano's grave one last time by actually doing what Marcano couldn't, finishing the casino. Now 2 years later, Scaletta opened another casino, and then it was just an avalanche of development. Hotels, arenas, the new convention center. I mean, today everyone knows this place as the Las Vegas of the South, but the whole damn thing was built on bodies Lincoln Clay left behind, with blood money he and his lieutenants stole from the mob. And Vito? He still lives in that penthouse at the top of Marcano's casino, looking out over the city he owns. After Sal Marcano's death, Lincoln Clay disappeared. The Bureau deprioritized the investigation after a few months, but I keep an active file. In 1971, I tracked him to a California shipyard where he was working under an assumed name. By the time we got there, though, he was gone. The trail went cold, and by 77, 78, I figured he was dead. But then I got a report of someone matching his description working with the Colombians. Since then, there's a new sighting of him every couple of years.
Lincoln made it out to California. Worked at the shipyards for a few years. Met him a woman. Seemed like he was gonna get married, but then it all came apart. Don't know why. And he started moving around. He went to Alaska, New York, South America. He even went back to Vietnam. I still get postcards from time to time. You know, I think Lincoln wasn't able to accept the world for what it is, or his place in it.
Someday, he's going to get tired of running, or make a mistake, and I'll be waiting. I promise you that.
So Vito turned New Bordeaux into the Las Vegas of the South, which that's actually probably a good thing because Las Vegas is a very successful economy, and so that's if he did, make the city a better place, then I guess the best ending would be with Vito ruling. But let's see now Burke rules. I'm really curious how Burke and Cassandra handled this, because Vito, at least there was no bloodshed, but I'm wondering, because I think that one of these bosses is going to literally just start a war, but let's see.
After Lincoln Clay vanished, Thomas Burke assumed control of the city. According to his daughter, Burke's liver was riddled with cancer. He should have lived maybe, another 6 months. But that selfish bastard used the money Lincoln left him to go to Mexico and get a black market transplant. And then he hung around for another 16 years. Now, he flooded the city with booze, then expanded into drugs. First heroin, then cocaine. He used the same infrastructure he'd set up for moonshining, and within a year or so, most of the cocaine entering the country came through here. Anyway, Burke was one of the wealthiest men in the southern United States. Hell, he bought himself a seat on the city council and got the township's name legally changed to Bourbon City. But all that cocaine attracted other criminals, and Burke went to war with the Cuban gang. Shootouts in the streets, car bombs, a brothel burned to the ground. When the Cubans called him out, Burke came, armed with an M60 and grenades. He killed 8 men before they put him down, and that was 1984. And since then, no one has sat on the throne for more than a few months. The city is still a lawless fool's paradise. After Sal Marcano's death, Lincoln Clay disappeared. The Bureau deprioritized the investigation.
Okay, so they're just saying the same thing about Lincoln, so we'll skip here to Cassandra. So, but about Burke, yeah, so he turned the city into a narco city, basically. He just flooded the entire city with drugs. How many people's lives he destroyed with those drugs? Heroin is the worst. That's the worst poison. But then, all the cartels came into the city and declared war on him, and then the city basically turned into a war zone under him, and then he died violently in a shootout. But yeah, I wasn't surprised, because this is why I decided to stay and rule, because even though the priest wanted you to leave, I was thinking that Lincoln, even though Lincoln is not a good man, Lincoln isn't an evil man, and Lincoln basically would be able to hold these bosses together, like these underbosses, and prevent them from killing each other, and prevent this violence from, escalating and making it, the city a worse place. Cassandra, let's see what Cassandra does.
After Lincoln vanished, Cassandra took control of the city's underworld. It wasn't a crime boss from Boston to Miami who respected her claim, though, so Commission, the Colombians, the Cubans, they all went after her. They realized too late they had no idea who they were fighting.
Also, the reason that they didn't respect her as being boss of the city is for 2 reasons. Because she was black, and because she was a woman. Most mafia organizations are extremely racist, and so the fact that a woman that was black would be, the main boss of a city, they would never have accepted that. So it was a combination of racism and sexism.
Johnny Galante, throat slit, watching Deep Throat in a porn theater. And Manny Marano, set on fire outside his daughter's quinceañera. Severo Garcia, buried alive on the beach, drowned when the tide came in. Anton Bagrov, beaten to death with crowbars in the parking lot of the Briar Patch. And then the real criminals came for her. The governor declared martial law, sent in the National Guard, so Cassandra shot him in the head on the steps of the Capitol building. After that, everyone got the message. The city belonged to Cassandra. But the government is like a rogue elephant. It's murderous and patient and never forgets. So the state pulled funding for the schools, city maintenance, you name it. If they couldn't get Cassandra, they'd strangle the city until it gave her up. Hurricane Cassandra, the locals called it. I don't think anyone expected the damage to be so severe that the levees would completely fail, that the flooding would wipe out half the city and force the other half to leave, that the city would turn into the ghost town it is today. I mean, it's hard to believe, really. A major American city, left to rot like that? Some say Cassandra was one of the thousands who drowned in the flood. Others say she slipped away to the swamps and still rules what's left of the city's underworld from the bayou. Either way, she's a ghost. She hasn't been seen in years. After Sal Marcano's death, Lincoln Clay disappeared.
So so like I said, it was if that I was at least, I guess, half right, because I said that if the underbosses are left to rule on their own, that the city's basically gonna go to hell. And at least I was right on 2 out of 3 of them. Vito was the, the smoothest one. There was no violence, and, he legitimized the Mafia's, operations, turned it into a casino, which is, ultimately a good thing. The Mafia isn't really committing as many crimes, and it also helped the economy of the city, turned it into, Las Vegas, the South, they described it. But, what did, Burke turned the city into a narco city, with wars between the cartels, and Cassandra also went a bit crazy, too. And so, there was basically the city under Cassandra and Burke both turned into a war zone, and it turned into a disaster. But that was it. But Vito was really the only competent one to, fully lead. And Cassandra and Burke weren't bad underbosses, they weren't, but they should not be fully in charge. Some people are good at specific positions, like some people are good at specific, roles, but they aren't good at other roles. Like, for example, I can think of, Christopher Moltisanti in The Sopranos. He was a great soldier, but he was a terrible capo regime. So that's basically what I will say about that, is that some people are, good at, being soldiers, other people are good at being leaders. It ultimately depends on the person. But thank you guys for watching this series. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, do drop a like. Let me know what you think down below. I had a lot of fun with this series. For people wondering what we're doing next, we're doing Black Ops 2, and we're going to be doing that alongside, Ghost of Yote, which is almost done, and also Liberty City Stories. Thank you guys for watching this series. This was my first, time playing Mafia 3. I did have the game since, launch, but I never finished it. The furthest I got up to early in the story was with Cassandra and the Haitians, and then, my YouTube channel started taking off with GTA content, back in like 2017, and I just never finished Mafia 3, but I came back to the game, so many years later, and I fully finished it now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this series. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.